We are live on YouTube first. All right. So, hey, YouTube. I'm still checking everything, and my hair is crazy. All right. I'm gonna go live on IG as well. One sec. Right. All right. Let's go live. I hope the sound is going well here on YouTube. All right, I'm live here as well. So I'm live on YouTube and I'm live on IG. If you want to come to the YouTube stream, you can click on the link in my bio. I think it should be the first one on top. On YouTube, you can see my iPad, but you can also see me. And here I'm gonna turn only to my iPad. And thank you for joining. And if you are okay, Mark is on YouTube. Sound is good. Great. All right. I'm gonna turn the camera here. 1 second. So many things to do. All right. My cat just left. He didn't want to participate today. I think here we get a good visual. Let's just change that. All right. All right, I think that looks good. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Mario already said that this was her at work today. Yeah. So this is what I'll be working on today. It's one of my cubists, and well, as you can see, it's related to me at work as well, same as Mario said. Um, it's I already worked on like the sketch of it because I knew that it would take too much time to do it from 0 to 10. So I worked on the sketch. I can walk you through a little bit of the sketch, and then I'm gonna continue on with the drawing. And I also have here on the IG camera, I'm gonna show on YouTube real quick. I also have here this little note, and it's just like if you want to work on a prompt with me while I work on this, the idea here, because in my image on top there's like a clock, so that was sort of the idea behind it, and it could be like your prompt to work on something as well if you want. For the sketch, hey Schmooper girl, lots of people joining, cool. Matt, hello, hello. Nice to see everyone. Oh, since people are joining, I will already say that about the POAP. I will send the POAPs tomorrow, so everyone that's here can just DM me, just so I can keep track of who was here, because I have ADHD. I'm not gonna remember, so please just DM me, and I will send the POAP probably tomorrow, I think. So yeah, let's get to work here. And if you want to work along, you can think of the prompt as clock or something related to work or something like that. That was the idea here, like the clock doesn't move when it's Friday, 15 minutes before you have to clock out, sort of. So that's sort of the idea here. As far as layers go, the way I worked on this, because the position of the body is a little bit weird to draw, I did many variations of the sketch, as you can see, in a little bit more transparent. But you can see that I had to do like a few trials to get to a position and to a body that I thought was working well with the piece, because like I don't worry too much about realism in any way. It's just more of the fact of looking a certain way for my drawing. And so here I made this cubist a little bit more boxy, as you can see. Others, they are like sort of more lean, so it's just a choice, as it is in the creative process, so many choices. So for this one, I started out with the table so that I sort of could get an idea of what I wanted in the shot, well, I call it a shot because it's kind of the same thing. But so I had the table and I had some papers, the computer and some things. And I did the first sketch, which was this one, with her face like sort of down, but then I felt like this place was a bit empty. So then I did a second one, which was her climbing a little bit up, but grabbing the table and smashing some papers. So that was the one that I was more of going for. And then I did another one. This one, I didn't make it to the head of it. So it was just the body, trying to study like the position. Then I did like a super boxy one, and I kind of liked that style. So that's when I went to the final one, which was this one. Well, final sketch, because I still have to work on it, but final sketch. Hey Celia, nice to see you. All right, so now I'm gonna start, and the reason I use different colors is, well, just to make it easier for me to see, but it's also something I picked up like a long time ago in a drawing class of some sort. We had to draw poses, and the person would change the pose, and you had to do it on the same paper. So what you would do, you would just draw it over and over again on the same thing, but with different colors, so you get the movement that the subject was doing. All right. So as usual, the first thing I will do is the sketch. In this case, I need the table to be in its final position so that I can work on the body, because as you can see, the hand will have to grab it and the body will have to end on it. So I'm going to work on that first. I know for the drawing it's not ideal how much I turn my canvas, but it's the way I have to do it so that I can create my stuff. So bear with me. I think if I were to do this on paper, it would take me days. Nice to see everyone around. If you have any questions or anything to talk about, feel free to jump in. It's a creative and chill space. I tried to get some music on it, but I didn't have the technical abilities to do it yet, but hopefully in the future. I realize that the camera doesn't stay on me. Okay, maybe there. Yeah, that's better. Okay, I'm gonna put the put up the table a little bit to the side here. I think it makes more sense. And the other one is at the back. Yeah, Celia said that Instagram has kicked them out when they put music. Yeah, that was one of the issues. I was trying to find like YouTube offers some music that is like not copyrighted. So I got the music, but then I couldn't put it in the stream in a way that it would play on YouTube and on Instagram without it just playing in my ear, in my headphones. So maybe next time. It would be nice to create like the full-on chill session experience. I often draw watching TV, if I'm being completely honest. I think my brain works better that way. It's a distraction that sort of keeps me in line. Sounds weird, but it works. If anyone has ADHD, I think they can relate. Oh, here I'm gonna go to a different layer because this would come. Yeah, that's sort of, this is actually how my computer is, sort of. When it comes to objects and things like that, I usually take inspiration in my own stuff. Find it easier. Or sometimes I have to check the things to see if everything is still in place. Okay, this one I did a bit too close to the keyboard. Should be more like here. I think it's interesting for people to see, like for one artist or one creative, to see another one creating without like the time lapses and the quick sort of TikTok vibe, because when we see it quickly, it feels like the person doing it like doesn't make mistakes and it's just perfect. And that is really not true at all. So it's a good thing to just see what actually happens, I guess. At least I think it's good to get some like a reality check and not expect everything that we do to just be perfect right out of the box. And even later, like when you work on it, it's still not it's never gonna be like exactly what we expect, I think. At least for me, I don't know. Everyone can chip in here and let me know if you feel the same way. For some things, I focus more on perspective and things like that of the drawing. But other things like the keys here, I don't care too much because it's just, it adds more interest rather than something being something important in the scene. So all right, that's all we got so far. So we got the table and the computer. So that would be sort of like more to the final stage. Now I have to figure out the same thickness and we can go to the clock. The clock is gonna like balance well here, I think, with the subject, and it will sort of tell us what the piece is sort of about. Here I'm gonna go a little bit smaller. Hey, welcome, welcome. I see some people joining here. Marcus said on YouTube, I love seeing the creation in real time. That's how I learn. Yeah, I think it's helpful. I hope it is. Obviously, it's not like a full-on lesson, but if you take something from it, then I'm happy. For anyone that joined now, I have a little prompt here if you want to draw along or try to create something as well. You can take the prompt clock and do what you will with that, whatever comes to your mind. In my case, was this. It will be a lot cleaner once we're through, but that's what I got from it. And if you want a POAP, you can DM me and I will send the link probably tomorrow. I really liked the experience of creating a POAP, so hopefully I'll get to do more of those. Zocoli just joined as well. I know you love POAPs, so DM me. I'll send you one. I think that will be it for the clock for now. I might work a little bit more on it later. I do like that it's not full-on symmetrical. I'm usually looking for things to look like, I don't know, interesting is the word I use, but it might not be interesting to everyone, but just to what I look at and think it's something different. So Zocoli said that I could draw the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland in my style. That would be interesting. I have done a few like different characters in my style, but I don't think I've done like animated characters from movies. I've done mostly like NFT characters. That is a good idea. That's a good idea. All right, so now I have the cubist and the papers, the chair, but the chair is just like, boom, that, here, that, yeah, that's the chair. The papers I think I'm gonna do last because I would determine their exact position based on where the cubist is. And I think it would be easier to do it like that. So here the hand is coming over the table and grabbing it. For some people, for some creatives, I think anatomy is a big part of their work and it's important. And for others, like me, not so much. And I think both are valid, they're just different. I think we have a tendency of saying like something is better or worse or this or that. And I think my father is here in IG, and he will remember this guy that we met. He would say that things were not better or worse, they just are things. They just are, period. And I would say to that as well, like, they're just different. I don't think we can categorize art as something is better or something is worse because it's all subjective. Like, maybe one is more expensive than other, but the other one has more quote unquote heart, or the other one has more intent, the other has more beauty, or whatever it is. It's always subjective for the most part, and it's just different from one thing to the next. There are different techniques involved, different intents, different concepts, different subjects, different takes on the same subject, and the list goes on. People tend to, and the market has its opinion on things that, oh, this is better, this is worse, but at the end of the day, it's just another opinion, Nothing is set in stone. Trying to be careful here to not touch these two lines because there needs to be a separation in the fingers. Exactly, Celia. We all have different tastes and we never agree. Like, there's not one thing that everyone in the entire world agrees on, like that 100% of the population would agree on. So how can we expect something like that to happen in creativity of all things? All right, the hands are there. Here, part of the boxy torso is gonna be on the table. But I'm also bringing backwards here. And we also have this part, shoulder. Some parts are not even gonna be visible, but I tend to like work on all of it. Oh, 1 second here. Let me just do one thing. Let me see if I can do it. Yeah, I think I can. Okay. I'm just sharing the link here. All right. All right, cool. All good. I like doing lives on YouTube because I think it looks like it looks a little bit better than IG, to be honest, because you can see like the full iPad and not cropped like it is here, because I can't have the exact angle that I would like. Right, I think for the body, that's it. Obviously here didn't make the clothes, but she's usually wearing something like that. Like a shirt kind of thing. Right, now next layer. Now this is my favorite part actually. Going to the face. That's why I have many cubists that are just the face, because I find that I can get so much expression and just to get this feeling across with just showing the face. I don't know why it does that sometimes. And I refuse to wear those gloves. I don't know why, but I just can't get myself to get one of those. This is one of those parts that I just keep doing and doing and redoing and redoing. Nice to see more people joining. DM me later for a POAP. Marcus loves when I say the word POAP. Okay, I think I'm good with that one. Didn't took as many attempts as it usually takes. POAP. For anyone just joining, if you want to create something with a prompt, you can use clock as your prompt, as I have my clock here. Or we have other prompts in my Discord. The link is in my bio as well. Marcus actually did did the prompt like mixing 3 words. It's pretty funny. If you wanna check out his drawing, you can check out Discord. My drawing is there too. You know, this idea actually, I sketched this specific cubist today because at work I was trying to do some things that just, you know, like just when things just don't work the way you want, and it's just frustrating. And then as I was preparing for this live, I was trying to get music to play, and I tried like a bunch of little things here and there, and nothing was working either. So this was like my exact feeling, except it was to the side. My wife was next to me, she saw my meltdown. So it was something like this. So I'm recreating it as a cubist. Oh, I think I made a mistake. Yeah, I cannot do the mouth in the same layer because then it just gets in my way. So I'm just going to redo that part. New layer. I do that all the time, by the way. Drawing on the same layer. Depending on what it is, I'll try to just, if it's too much work to redo and I like what I did, I'll try to work around it. But in this case, it's just like a couple of lines. So all right, we're good. New layer. We're gonna go back to this layer though and recreate the ear. Marcus said, I love hearing the behind the scenes of your cubists. Oh, cool. Thank you. Some of them were just like, they just happened. There was like just like complete like creative flow, and others are like built up moments. Zocoli asked me how many layers I have so far. How many layers? I have a bunch of layers, but most of the layers so far are part of the sketches. So I have like 3, 6, 10 layers of sketch, and then I have about 11, or I think 11 for the actual outline. But we still have many more layers to go, probably. I like the eyes to have like multiple lines because it gives us, I think it gives it a more tired look. And expressive, I think. But yeah, I work with a lot of layers and I always get to the maximum of layers. The maximum of layers depends on the iPad you have, well, at least on Procreate, right? Depends on the iPad you have, but it also depends on the size of your canvas. If your canvas is bigger and has more resolution, then the software needs more to work with. So that means less layers. It needs more memory, needs more power. I don't like that we're getting too close here, so we either need to go out or in. So we're going out of that line. This is something, like I said, there's no right or wrong. It's something I like to do that I picked up, I think, on learning something on IG or I think it was IG. Not 100% sure, but 90%. And it's actually the idea that you shouldn't meet tangents. So, like the neck should not link here, so the lines should not all link in one place. So here I almost did, but I have like a tiny place to breathe, but it's very tiny. But it's sort of this idea. So here the arm doesn't come at the same in the same line as the table. It comes a little bit beyond here. If it was positioned lower, like here, I would redo it to pull it out. Russell is here. Hey, Russell. For everyone that joined, DM me so that I can send you a POAP tomorrow. Marcus asked, do you ever start with a cubist theme and then change it halfway? Yeah, I've changed many cubists many times, but I've also abandoned many cubists. I have a bunch of like unfinished sketches that I don't know if they will ever become something, and I don't know why it happens. It's not like I still don't think that the theme was valid, because usually I work around the same themes that are recurring in my life, so it's not something about the theme. I don't know, could be something more related to my actual sketch that I'm not particularly happy with. And then instead of working on it, I guess my brain just thinks it's easier to jump on a new sketch. Welcome to ADHD as an artist. All right, I think we're done. I changed the eyelashes here, the direction. Let's now take off all the sketch layers, and I'll probably have to, I don't like deleting layers, but what I will do is I'll probably merge them into one gigantic sketch, because I will need more layers. I think it shows here how many layers I have. 37 available. Could you see it? It was too quick. 37 layers available. I need all the layers I can get. All right. And it's already 10:08 p.m. Okay. I think we can lay down the basic. Oh, I forgot one thing in the body here. Shirt. So they usually wear long sleeves, and I don't know why I always do that. Maybe it's because I'm always wearing like a hoodie. And this hoodie is from Judo Marcus. Can you see it in YouTube? I think so. I love it. I love my merch. My Judo Marcus merch. All right, I think the basic sketch is here. I'll have to do the papers later on, but we're gonna work with this for now. These are some of the colors I use for backgrounds. I haven't decided on any colors, which maybe I should have, because it would make my life easier. If anyone has any color suggestions, send them my way. I'm just gonna pick one for now, just so I can continue the drawing, and then we can refine it. For the table, I might go with somewhat. My table is dark, but it's black. We'll see this one. I'm kind of feeling I'm gonna paint this and then I'm gonna change all the colors, but let's do it. We do a base layer. Sometimes it's easier to just paint outside the lines and then come back and erase it. Otherwise I lose the sort of texture that I like if I have to paint it over to refine. This part is not going to show, but let's paint everything. This is sort of therapeutic for me, the painting part of it. I don't know if it's the sound mixed with the gestures. Oops, I missed a spot here. Right. Would be something like this. And the lights would be darker. This is just the first layer because I will come back on a second layer to do it with a slight color variation. It should help make it more, the word, like more texture or something. So my computer is kind of like a light purple. We'll try that first and see. If anyone creates something with clocks or with the clock prompt here, let me know later. I want to see it. Here I'm gonna have to erase the outline later on. But first I'm gonna paint the whole thing. For the keyboard, let's do the regular color keyboard. Is it light gray? I think. Well, I'm in Mac. Light gray. I guess PC is usually dark gray. Alright, that's done. Next layer. So let's do the chair. Anyone that joined can DM me if you want to get a POAP for today. If you don't know what a POAP is, but you want one anyway, DM me. I will tell you. I will tell you more about it. All right, we can, or actually here in this layer, I can also do the clock. Though I'm gonna leave the clock. I'm gonna just do it a light color now. Because the clock, I can do something a little bit different with the colors to stand out. I always lose track of time when I'm doing this. We're almost at the finish line of the live, and I'm not done. Not even close. Let's just go with purple for her. I want to finish the live with at least the first like layer on. And later on this week, week, I'm gonna work on the rest. I think I would have to do like I think I said that before, like a 4-hour stream or something to finish a piece properly. Like to finish and be like, okay, this is 100% done. I'm not gonna go back and retouch it. G's for great said I love the purple. Yeah, I use this color a lot. I really like it too. Right now the hand like this kind of looks like the cubist is dying, but well, not far from the truth, but the idea is there will be a crumbed paper inside her hand. I just didn't sketch that yet because since it's the last thing that's going to be on top, I can do it later. You too, Celia, your favorite color is purple. That's cool. I love using like a lot of variations of purple. Oops, I missed it. All right, purple. No, let's do her hair. It's usually white. I'm thinking of incorporating other hair colors in this cubist future. I've done some in the past, but not for my collection, so I think it'll be something fun to add. Right. Racing against the clock, as usual. I feel like I'm always behind. Okay, I'm serious about this. One day I'm gonna schedule a 4-hour live stream and finish a cubist. Tired of not finishing them. Oops. Too big of a brush. All right, let's just do her outfit, which I will have to think about the colors that I want in this later. For now, I think something like this would be interesting as a color. Oops. I like this as a color for the clothes. Yellow. Marcus suggested yellow. because we have a war going. Because yellow is the lemon color. But I do like yellow. I'm thinking though, I usually like to use yellow as an accent on the cubist skin, like as the third color that I put on the cubist. So that's the only reason why I avoid using it on their clothes, because then I feel like it sort of clashes with it. Yeah, Celia, I logically, like rationally, I know that I'm not behind, but I tend to feel it, like emotionally, I feel like that, but then rationally, I know I'm not behind. We all like do things in our own time, I guess. So it's just that part of my brain. All right, we're almost done with this color. Usually for the clothes, I would do a lighter color for the undershirt here. All right, we are here right now. Now here, the process, like instead of me worrying about putting things in different layers, just to cover the outline, I prefer to keep the color of the layers closer together, because then they're going to be merged into one or two layers, so that I can shade everything together instead of doing it over and over in different layers. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense in my mind. So instead of mixing up the layers, outline and color, I just erase the outline on the layer that doesn't need it. Like here would be in the back. Now we go here, would be behind. This one behind the table. This is gonna make it look so different. For anyone just joining, you can DM me if you want to get a POAP for the live today, for the create and chill session for the day. I will be doing this every Friday, so anyone that wants to join and just create along or just hear me babble, you're welcome to. All right. When I zoom in is when I can see like the little spaces that I missed. Oops, here. All right, this here. See, it looks very different already. Paint here. Paint here. I missed this one. Oops. Right, this is what we have so far. All right, Marcus said he's here for the 4-hour stream. I think it's probably going to be you and me, buddy. But We can do it. Why not? Why not? I'm gonna be creating it anyway, right? So might as well do something while I do it. I painted here, but it's not supposed to be painted. All right. Yeah, I think this looks interesting. I like the odd angles that are not very anatomically correct. I think it just makes you look like twice and be like, what? What's that? That's odd. That is what I want. People looking twice. Next steps here will be to add more layers. So I can add for this one, for example, I'm gonna come in with a different skin color. For example, let's see, I don't know if I would go blue or this one maybe. So I'll come with this one, for example. Do the side here. Oh, I erased the wrong thing here. No way. Okay, this is not what it should be. Now we go back to this layer. Grab my black pencil again. Change this. All right. Oops. Okay. Probably gonna do this 700,000 times. All right, we have another one that's gonna be, we have another person that's gonna be in the 4-hour stream. Are you sure? I mean, if you can do something else while you watch it, I think that would be good. All right, we fixed it. All good. Don't panic. So let's do that. Add a little bit here on the neck, some here. And come behind. This part is more like free and no right or wrong, really. You can just go with whatever I want. Oh, Sarah, you're okay. Now I know who you are because your name is backwards. I see it. Clever. Really, you would watch like a 4-hour stream of me drawing and rambling? That means a lot. All right, now it's the yellow that I talked about. So I'm gonna add the yellow here. Forgot to attach this one. So when I clip the mask here with the other one, it will only color whatever the other layer has like colored already. It's not gonna go in outside that layer. I usually make this because it's kind of like a tear, but not a tear. Kind of like an acceptable crying. All right, we're coming to an end. It's time. I'm almost done. I'm just gonna do this color here. All right. Okay, I want to let it go, but I cannot. So I'm gonna go back here. I want to do like the knuckles. I told myself I'll do it later, but no, I'm gonna do it now. And that's all we got. All right. Marcus said, I'm here for the singing. No, no one is here for the singing, Marcus. Me singing is like I don't even know what. It's YouTube's gonna like ban me for it, you know. All right. Marcus said, I need 3 more hours. Well, me too. At least 3 more hours to finish this, because I mean it looks all right, but there's a lot more to do here. A lot more. Let me switch the camera here. All right, now I can see everyone in both. So thank you for everyone that joined. I went a few minutes over, or I'm going a few minutes over. If you want a POAP, DM me. I will send it to you probably tomorrow or Sunday. Celia also said she would stay for 4 hours. My God, are you all serious? I will do it one day. I will do it. At least I'll get to finish one thing, I think, if I do like a 4-hour stream. Anyway, thank you everyone for joining. I hope you had some fun, and I hope you got to chill a little bit. And I hope you liked the final product so far, not final. And yeah, I hope you have a good night, have a good weekend, and see you soon. Bye, everyone. And now bye to my 2 hardcore fans on YouTube. I love you both. Let's end the stream.